Hey guys, Tristan here, and welcome to another episode of Did You Know? This time we're going to take a look at the lovable symbiote, Venom, and see some stuff that you may or may not know about him. Okay, enough of that. At number 10, I know this may come to be a surprise to a few of you, but Venom was at one point considered to be the next Satan. Alright, we know that Venom is not the most shining example of being a good guy, but mostly everyone thought he wouldn't be that bad to be a candidate to replace the devil, but apparently Manifesto thought otherwise, and branded Flash Thompson's Venom with the Hellmark, meaning that he would be in line to become the next Satan. While this made Venom start blacking out from time to time and start sprouting demonic features also, it didn't last, as the Venom symbiote eventually transferred the Hellmark to a clone it absorbed. When Flash used the symbiote to protect Andy, the symbiote used this as a golden opportunity to get rid of both the clone and the Hellmark entirely. Be gone, Satan! At number 9, he is the defender of the homeless. After moving to San Francisco with his agreement with Spider-Man, Eddie really made good on his moniker of the Lethal Protector while living on the West Coast. After learning that a real estate department had planned to demolish an underground city inhabited by homeless people, Eddie vowed that Venom would ensure their safety and become their protector. Defending those who would otherwise be unable to defend themselves became a theme in his string of miniseries in the mid-90s. He defended the homeless from real estate departments to superpowered security guards, gang violence, and even techno soldiers. But of course, Venom dealt with these aggressors in his own brand of justice, which was usually met with dismemberment or death for anyone who got in his way. At number 8, the idea of his costume was originally meant for Iron Fist. While Venom was a concept initially conceived by a young fan of Spider-Man and bought by Marvel for a little more than $200, that was for a suit made of unstable molecules. This idea was refined using an idea from artist John Bryne. When Bryne and Chris Claremont were working on Iron Fist before their iconic X-Men work, Bryne realized that Iron Fist's costume got torn up a great deal. Since the team was initially trying to take Iron Fist in a more sci-fi direction rather than magic, Bryne figured that a sentient alien costume that healed itself when torn was not a concept that was out of the question. Roger Stern later asked Bryne if he would be able to use Bryne's idea for his run on Spider-Man, and the idea stuck. At number 7, this symbiote is the 998th generation of its own bloodline. Probably gonna butcher this pronunciation, but here goes. The Venom symbiote is an alien species called the Clintar. One characteristic of this alien species is that each passing generation produces offspring more powerful than their own. This is significant in relation to the Venom symbiote because it is the 998th generation of offspring of its bloodline. This definitely explains the character's enormous strength, both physical and psychological. However, this means that the Carnage symbiote, which is the 999th generation in its bloodline, and Toxin, the 1000th generation in its bloodline, are both far more powerful than Venom. However, this does not mean that Carnage and Toxin automatically come out on top in confrontations. Venom's bonds with his various hosts have allowed him to come out on top even when Toxin was bonded with Eddie Brock. At number 6, it was kicked off its own planet by its own race. If you're wondering how Venom ended up bonding to Spider-Man during the first Secret Wars, well, that's a bit complicated. The symbiote was corrupted by its first host, who used it to ravage his own home planet. After learning of what Venom did, the Elders deemed Venom unworthy of inclusion into their hive mind society and exiled it in a sort of space prison. The prison was somehow incorporated into Battleworld as it was crafted by the Beyonder for the first Secret Wars. It was here that Peter Parker first encountered what he believed to just be another costume. However, he was not the first Earth hero to bond with the symbiote. That honor belongs to Deadpool, who is partially to blame for its initially unhinged state of mind. At number 5, you can't believe this, but he had a Venom Mobile at one point. Comics are really great sometimes. Some of the most ridiculous things can happen in them, especially in this instance. If an alien costume that was able to psychologically influence the being wearing it was not enough for anyone, Venom is also able to change its size and shape. In fact, Venom has grown tentacles and multiple heads in the past. However, this one takes the cake. Occasionally, or at least in this instance, Venom was able to use its abilities to take control of a car, though it was only for a couple panels. When Flash Thompson was the host for Venom, Venom took control of a car, dubbed the Venom Mobile, and used it to crash through a wall. Anything can happen in comics. At number 4, unfortunately, squirrels are one of Venom's favorite snacks. Venom was never really a hero or an anti-hero. Occasionally he's just a straight up villain, especially when he had a host like Mac Gargan, aka Scorpion. With Gargan as a host, Venom was a cannibal. He had absolutely no restraint and was often chastised by his teammates for giving into his impulses. Arms, legs, Asgards, Skrulls, humans, no flesh was too strange for Gargan to consume. He did, however, have his tastes though. For example, He loved Asgardian and squirrels for some strange reason. With Gargan as a host, Venom loved the taste of squirrels, and so much in fact, according to the Sinister Spider-Man miniseries, those were his favorite snacks. As the Sinister Spider-Man, Venom considered squirrels to be like potato chips, as he was never able to just eat one. At number 3, Venom is a lover of chocolate. One of the things Venom is known for is declaring to the entire world that he'll eat his enemy's brains at the top of his lungs. While this is usually just an intimidation technique, he actually does have a compulsion to eat brains, and has successfully done so in most of every iteration of the character, particularly with Matt Gargan as a host. It's not because he's sick and twisted, but because he has an actual need. The symbiote needs phenylethylamine, a chemical that is found in the human brain to survive. Luckily for the people of New York, Eddie Brock was able to discover that the chemical his symbiote was desperately craving is also found in chocolate, which means a candy bar has saved millions of lives many times over. At number 2, Venom was an Avenger. Okay, I know Venom did some questionable things in his past, but hey, he's made it to an Avengers team multiple times. Okay, well, one of those times was the Dark Avengers and Matt Gargan was the host, so we can scratch that one off. When Flash Thompson was the host, Captain America agreed to let Venom join the Secret Avengers, a team that included Beast, Hawkeye, Black Widow, and Valkyrie amongst others. Flash took Venom in the most heroic direction to date. Even though the team was very hesitant to trust him, given Venom's reputation, he acclimated to the pressure of being an Avenger very quickly. Plus, he got Captain America's stamp of approval, and that's good enough for anyone. And surprisingly, at number 1, the Venom symbiote likes to watch TV. Everyone likes watching TV, and yes, that includes alien organisms that take over their host. In the most recent run of Venom, after the symbiote was reunited with longtime host Eddie Brock, the symbiote gets more of a story than it ever has been before. Writer Mike Costa revealed in Venom issue 154 that the symbiote enjoys watching television and frequently watches it by itself when it is asleep. What's Venom's favorite kind of programs to watch? It's medical shows, and it even learned how to take control of a sleeping Brock via his spinal column. Alright guys, that's 10 facts you probably didn't know about your friendly lethal protector Venom. I had a fun time finding all these facts. If you have a character I should look at next, leave it in the comments below. And if you have any questions, I'll answer them on the next video. I'll just look in the comment section. And please have some questions this time guys, because the last video there weren't really any questions at all. It's just a little... I'll just leave it at that. But here is a silhouette of who am I gonna do next. But with that, I'll talk to you guys next time. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. Watch some of the other videos on our channel, and you can follow me at isjchance on Twitter. You can just ask me questions, see what I'm working on. I also stream typically Mondays and Fridays, so just shoot me a tweet to see what's on the streaming schedule and we can take it from there. Alright, well, I'm getting out of here because I want me a Hershey's bar now. See ya.